Morning, guys. Sorry for the whole steering wheel shot there, but that's the way I have to set it up in this truck. I'm in the Chevy. Let's see if I break down or not. I had a little radiator issue the other day. Hopefully I fixed that. I've got, oh, excuse me, it's 6 in the morning. Got a call last night from my commercial property, or the management company for the commercial property, that there was a break-in. So I drove over, and I didn't take a tape measure with me. I knew I should have, because I should have just known it was going to be a busted window, but they had no idea what was going on. They needed me to go look at it. Because the management company is actually in Michigan, and I'm obviously not. So I drive over, I look at it, it's a busted window. Somebody threw a freaking big rock through it. It's a big window. So I'm like, I got a hold of it, and I'm like, yeah, it's a board up. Somebody threw a rock through the window, so I got to throw a board over it. This is how much I'll charge you for it. She's like, okay, just do it as soon as you can. I was like, well, just so you know, I can't do it in the morning. It's 7 o'clock last night. I was like, I can't do it until the morning because, you know, it's a 20-minute drive for me. It went over there the one time, so I was like, when I'm en route in the morning, that was going to be my first stop this morning anyway, to do my regular service. So yeah. So when you take, I go back and forth on whether this was a good idea, taking this property, just because the other stuff, I don't know, I didn't really plan on getting into the handyman kind of gig, and that's kind of what's going on, you know, paint over graffiti, board up busted windows, take down roof ladders, which I I subbed it out, but I am halfway thinking about just picking up my GC license and just subbing handyman work out, because I am not a handyman. Like last night, my dishwasher went tits up. I took the whole thing out from under the friggin', disconnected it, took it out from under the cabinets, went all the way down to the impeller. It was just clogged. It was in the tube up by the sink. So I'm not a handyman. It takes me forever. I'll figure stuff out and I'll do it right, but it'll take me a while because I'll usually go a little bit overboard on stuff like that. So anyway, it's 6 in the morning, heading down to the Home Depot here, and I got to pick up a sheet of ply. I'm gonna have to just pick up a full sheet of plywood, and since I didn't measure it, I can't run over there, measure it, run back, cut it, run back over it. I don't have a battery powered saw. There's no power on the property, not a plug-in to. So pick up some 2x4s, plywood. I already have all the screws and junk I'll need, but yeah. So that's how I'm starting my day. Let's go in here and let's pick up this lumber, and then we'll go figure out how it's going to go on the mow trailer, and we'll start our day doing a freaking board up. Alright, so I got my lumber. Man, I tell you, first thing in the morning, everything's so heavy. One just piece of OSB, freaking kicking my ass, just trying to throw it in the back of the truck. And I got a freaking splinter right in the crease of my finger, and I can't. Got it. Just that little spot hurts. So yeah, I had to roll the window down. It's already getting hot. This truck doesn't have AC. What was I saying? Oh, so I got to do a board up. So yeah, if you guys get into these vacant properties, be aware. Sorry guys, that's really bugging me. Be aware that you know, sometimes it entails more than just mowing or just weed spraying. Sometimes it's going to involve you know, painting graffiti, or boarding up windows, or restricting access to parts of the property so people can't get out. Oh, Chad reminds me, I've got to take a chain and a lock. Well, I got to ask him before I do that, because there's an area that's chained off. I think I did it in one of my videos where somebody had broke the hasp on it, and they're sleeping in back behind the dumpster in a tool shed. But I'm not sure who needs access to that, so I haven't done anything. So anyway, I gotta get this figured out, get my trailer configured for today, because I've got fertilizing going on. Obviously I got all this lumber. I've got freaking a sheet of plywood. It's 8 feet long, and I think it only needs to be 5. But like I said, I didn't take a tape measure with me, so I don't want to cut it and be short and then have to do patch pieces. And I just want to get down there and slap. It doesn't have to be put up for real security. It just has to be put up for city code, which is just to keep the building from getting cited for whatever the ticket is when you're not taking care of a property. So I'm not putting the board up to stop people from breaking into the building per se. I'm putting the board up so when the city drives by, because I'm sure the city already knows the window's busted, the city drives by and they see a board, they're like, okay, it's been boarded up. So I'm not boarding it to any kind of security code or insurance. I'm just putting the board over it to keep people from crawling through the hole. If people want in the building, they're going to get in the building. I have a feeling that eventually this building is going to be covered in freaking boards, slabs of OSB. So anyway, guys, let's get the truck unloaded, get the trailer loaded up, and get over there. Alright. Loaded up and unload. Trailer looking all goofy. I'll just have to deal with it. I'll have to use that. Okay, I left my trash can. And I know I've got to sweep up last, but it's okay. I've got 5-gallon buckets I can use for that, so it's not that much. Most of the glass is in the building, so it's not going to matter. I'm not going in. Alright, so what were we talking about this morning? Got the board up. So if you get into these vacant properties for property management companies, just expect to do more than just the lawn care, unless you have it set up to where you're just the lawn care guy. I'm kind of almost a general contractor for this site, because like I said, they're in Michigan. So even if it's something that I can't handle, I still find someone to handle it, and I sub it. Like the roof ladder removal, I didn't do that myself. I subbed that out. I just don't have the saws to cut a steel ladder off the building. And it's not that it was it's not a technical job. It's just I didn't have a saw for that, and I didn't want to go buy it. Just like, on the other hand, boarding up the window. I was going to sub that out, but then I was like, well, I need an impact driver. So I was like, okay. I went and bought a new impact driver, and I just billed that to pay for my impact driver. So at least, you know, everything was a wash other than my time. But, so yeah, you just gotta expect it unless you have it written in somehow. I'm not on a contract with this company. This is all just over email. We need a guy to do this. I said okay, and so far they pay when they say they're going to pay, and so it's all working out. And I'll give all the numbers to what I'm doing. I'll try to video some of what I'm doing today, I guess. Today is going to be, when I get there, I have the board up, so sweeping up glass, board up the window. Then I'll have my regular service, which is weed eat, which usually is a whole lot of nothing because there's no water on the place, so everything's dead. There'll be some weeds growing up that I spray every time I'm there, different spots until I've killed everything. Yeah, so it's really what it really is you're just doing a vandalism check, and then they throw in the lawn care to get some work out of you. That's all it is. And I blow out the parking lot. I pick up, if there's a bunch of trash, I'll pick up the trash. So, I mean, it's not a hard stop. The stop is as long as you want to make it take. Today will obviously be a little bit longer than my regular stop because I'm going to board this window up. I left my Gravely at home today. I took it off the trailer, and I'm just carrying 2 Time Masters today. I don't feel comfortable with just going out with one mower ever, even though I haven't had a mower break on me out in the field. I still just, I'm the guy that would go out with the one mower and then it would break, regardless if it was brand new or not. So I'm going out with 2 mowers all the time, regardless of what they are, a 50 and a 21 or a 36 and a 30 or whatever. But I'm going to carry 2 mowers. So if I have an oh-poop moment, I'm still getting something done. But I left it today because I only have 1 lawn on my Friday schedule that I do at the Gravely. And it's really not that big of a lawn. It's just a lawn that I can get the Gravely through the back gate. So I use it. I mean, it's just a square lawn. So I can ride the sulky and knock it out. It's not going to take that long to do them with the Time Master. I mean, it's not huge, so it ain't a big deal to walk it. But it's the only lawn that I have today that I use the Gravely on. So I took the Gravely off today, threw my 2, threw the Time Masters on. Man, I'm busy this week. I got stuff going on this weekend. I'm going down to another commercial property I just picked up. I got to meet the owner there tomorrow morning, so I can so we can go through the sprinkler system and make sure all that's up to snuff, and then and if not, then throw some numbers at him for that. That's also got a lot of different contract work going on that I may bid. It's got some stuff that needs to be dug up, and because 2 of the units are down below ground. It's a 4-plex, by the way. Right across the street from the 4-plex I am doing now, so the truck doesn't have to move. And then I'm also in the works of getting the 4-plex right beside the 4-plex I'm doing right now. So if I get those 2, the truck will stop. I will knock out 3 properties and never move the truck. So that'll be nice. This year, I've already looked at the grass on the property. I don't really want to do a whole lot of spraying to kill out. He's got a lot of discweed, but right now, today's going to be 103. I don't want to do a whole lot of freaking spraying and stuff. I don't want to stress the the actual grass out any more than I have to, so I was like, hey, at least in this week it's green, so let's just focus on keeping it green, keeping it mowed, and then in the fall we'll put down some post-emergent, and that'll get us ready for spring when I come back to pre-emergent. And because we've already settled on, I've already given him numbers for the mowing, so I'll be doing it this year, next year, until either my price is raised to where he doesn't want it, or I'm not doing long here. So it's fine. Yeah, so that's what's going on. I'm heading out to that commercial to do this board up, which is going to be an ugly, ugly board up. I'll just say that right now. So it's going to be an ugly board up. So you construction guys, I don't want to hear it. This is not a security board up. This is just it just needs to block the window. It doesn't need, just like my last one. My last one wasn't pretty either. This one's going to be even uglier. All right, before I get started taking pictures, this is some of the stuff you got to look at. You can see I got busted. Big freaking hole. Glass on the ground. You guys, I know I just did a video just the other day, so there's no reason to walk around the property. But you can see these weeds here on the end. I sprayed those last week. Now they're all dead. I just hit them with RM43. Love that stuff. But anyway, let's get some pictures taken.
Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
my girls around me now. Out on the town, this is one shot we won't miss. Got liquid gold in my mouth. We're getting crazy now. Twerking around these nights, I get so high. I never wanna come down. If my guide is divine, then why do I wanna party on down till the day I die? These days I'm living for the night and no one else. I'm living, I wake up, I stop rolling up my girl. And we'll raise a glass to the good times. Here's to happiness of finding.
Alright guys, I started, then I paused, then I just turned it off. I figured I'd just go ahead and eat my breakfast before I started recording. So I had to eat my breakfast down real fast. Sit here in the shade and cool off. I was already getting, it's only 9:30 and I'm already hot. Okay, we're gonna go off and check another lawn. Sometimes I get to mow it, sometimes I have to. It's kind of hit and miss. There's only one place to park on the street, and there's a different lawn care company that does the neighbors, so it's ever who gets there first kind of gig, and they usually get there before I do. So the guy just straight up just cruised right through the red light, right through it, not fast. I don't think they even knew. That was funny, actually. Alright, so before anybody gives me crap for my outstanding construction work, I already know I suck at it. When I took this this property, I didn't beat around the bush at it. I was like, I do not know how to do construction stuff. And it's not that I don't know how to do it. I know how to do it. I used to work for a construction company. I've never been a cut guy. I suck. I cannot cut. I know I can't cut. I don't try to act like I can cut. I was always the demo guy. I can take stuff apart really, really good and the right way. But yeah, I don't put shit together. So anyway, now that we're by all my cattywampus crooked stuff, and I'm getting ready to pull up at this property already. I didn't realize I was that close. So I was there for 1 hour, and I did the board up plus my normal service. So that was $160 for that stop. So 1 hour. The only thing I had to buy specifically for today's job was a sheet of OSB. I think it was $12 this morning. And I went back to the call boxes to see if there was anything back there.
GPS signal lost.
That threw me off. So yeah, so I had what, $12. 4 2x4s were probably another $12. I don't know. So I'm probably about $25 in materials and an hour of my time into a $160 job. So I'm going to try to start throwing out numbers. I'll do a different video of... it doesn't matter. So yeah, so an hour of my time, $160. So I know it was shoddy construction work, but it is what it is. And that's what they knew they were... Yes, I think I'm here first. That's what they knew they were getting. I was very upfront about what they were going to be getting. Now these guys are just already gone. Cool. So here we are at my next lawn, or my actually first cutting of the morning. And let's get to it. It's 10 o'clock. It's going to be 103 today, and I've got 10 on the board. So later.